Wait a minute, please. God, hold on.
Freddie, you didn't come up here just to look at the stars?
God, stop it, please.
You want it rough? I can play that way. Go, Freddie, go! Go, Freddie, go! Wait, Freddie, wait! Wait, Freddie, wait!
How's your back?
Oh, I think next time I get in the car, I'll use the door. You okay?
I will be. I think maybe I should go see a counselor over at Student Health.
I'm no counselor, but here's a number to where we're gonna be on the road trip. Freddie, call me if you need to.
Okay. Dwayne, thank you. Thank you for being my friend. What would you like?
That's okay. Kim's gonna take my order.
No, Kim is helping someone else.
Oh, this has nothing to do with you, Josie. Absolutely nothing.
How can you be so ignorant? Why don't you two go to the Student Health and read a pamphlet?
Kim, there's a lot they don't know about this particular disease.
Why don't you serving the customers, Josie? Long Ranger there looked hungry.
I'm trying to help you, Mr. Gaines. Mr. Gaines, I can explain. These two...
I'm bald, Kimberly Reese, not blind. Now, Josie has immune deficiency syndrome. Now, that means that you're more dangerous to her, standing here breathing your germs on her than she could ever be to you.
Thank you.
If you don't want Josie to serve you, then take your germs and your intelligence deficiency syndrome out of the pit. Yeah? Well, he's been making the rounds since he got here. I guess he tried to squeeze it all in.
Oh, so you heard then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Best student I ever had.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. Things sure have changed since we did our time for Uncle Sam.
Yeah, people still depend on us to uphold freedom.
Well, how many countries are we supposed to take care of? My Aunt Mabel took care of all the neighborhood's children. Her own 3 sons went to penitentiary.
I don't know. All I know is I fought wars so that my children wouldn't have to. Hey,
Selma.
How are you, sir?
All right. Elma. I get you some fresh coffee?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
right down there. Go ahead, sit down.
I'm really glad I got a chance to see you, sir. Everything's been so rushed, you know?
Oh, I know. So when do you leave?
Within the hour.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, we sure are proud of you, aren't we, Vern?
Yeah, boy.
You know, I'm sorry that you have to interrupt your PhD studies for this involvement.
So am I, Colonel. I was very close to finishing.
Well, you can resume your studies when you come back, after this all blows over.
Is that what you really think, sir? Do you think that this thing might blow over, or do you think that it could turn into something more serious?
You make no mistake, soldier. This is a serious set of events that could escalate into something unfortunate. I'm sorry to have to say this to you.
I asked you for the truth. That's what you gave me.
So, is there anything I can do for you? Anything at all?
Can you get me out of it?
Zelma.
I don't think I can do this, sir. I really don't.
Zelma, I can't do anything.
I'm a black man in the prime of my life. I'm just now starting to live. Just starting to taste. To know who I am, to know what I'm supposed to do with myself. Feeling good about myself. My accomplishments. I can't blow out the candles now. Not now. I'm just starting to see. It's not fair, Colonel.
No, it's not fair. I wish to God I could tell you something to make you feel better. I have a friend. Very bright. Painter. One day, he went blind. Just like that. Some freak of nature. 10 years. He was in and out of hospitals. Finally, he got some of his sight back, but never could paint the same, though he never stopped trying, you know. Whenever I start feeling sorry for myself, I think about him. He doesn't know it, but he's my inspiration. That story didn't really help me too much, Colonel. That story wasn't supposed to help you. That story helps me. Now, soldier! Son, find your own source of inspiration.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gaines. It's this dorm dedication ceremony tomorrow night. Whitley put me in charge of the entertainment, and I can't handle it right now.
Well, Dr. Reese, for your particular ailment, may I prescribe to you a couple of my pecan praline cookies?
I just lost my appetite, Mr. Gaines.
Kimberly Reese, what's wrong with you?
I hate these things. You know what I want to say to Whitley? It's easy for you. Who does this look like, me or you?
This what you think you look like?
Mr. Gaines, when I was a little girl, Halloween used to be my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
One year, I wore gold earrings, a beautiful scarf, and a flowing skirt. I was a Nubian princess. And there was this costume contest in my grade school, and I really wanted to win. And I did. And I was so proud when they called my name. And I went up on stage, and as they were handing me the silver dollar, the principal announced first prize to Kimberly Reese as Aunt Jemima. You know, the worst part is, Mr. Gaines, I just took the silver dollar and smiled. I guess that's how people see me.
Well, how do you see yourself?
I don't know. I look in the mirror and I see Kimberly Reese, always getting straight A's, always polite, always smiling, but that's not me. It's a mask.
Whitley.
Yes.
Thank you. Come on, miss. Let's go. Thank you.
Now that is a black girl worth doing.
Hold on, hang on. You better go, man. Come on, man. Take it easy. Look easy. Look easy. I'm tired. Come on, man.
I should have sprayed that in your face, man.
Whoa, a confession!
Hold on. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
It ain't worth. Why'd you do it, son?
He was in my face.
Oh, now there's a reason.
No, it's because of how they are.
How are they?
You know.
No, I don't. Tell me.
They have no respect. They don't care about this country at all. All they do is sit on their butt and complain.
And what do they have to complain about? It's because of them and their quotas that I'm not in the Ivy League, where I belong.
You all had quotas for centuries. You called them legacies, restricted country clubs, the law.
Oh, hey, my grandfather came to this country with nothing. He couldn't even speak the language. But he worked hard, and he made a place for himself and his family. Now, why can't you people do the same?
Hey, my grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
Just a little nervous about the concert.
Look, you know how I am. I'm so self-centered, and I'm always running off at the mouth. And
Whew, you know how I flirt.
There is no excuse for what he did to you, Jaina. You're much smarter than this.
But he loves me. And I don't want to break up with him. I just want him to stop
Throwing jabs. You're making a big mistake, Gina, if you think you can change that boy.
Well, I mean, I can try, can't I? I mean, isn't love about sacrifices? I mean, maybe I am being stupid, but I don't even care anymore.
I think you do, Gina. I think you do care. I think you're embarrassed about that black eye. Believe me, I understand about sacrifices. But I'd rather sacrifice my relationship than my body or my spirit.
Well, that's easy for you to say. I mean, you've always got somebody.
That's right. And her name is Whitley. Gina, do you really think you need a man who doesn't respect you?
I better not miss his call.
How about a refill?
No thanks, Mr. Gaines.
Well, now I know it's not my place, but it's old folks' nature to butt in.
Mr. Gaines, I'm getting a little too much of that lately.
Well, I'll make it quick then. Tell you a story about my cousin, Ida Mae. We grew up together. Ida Mae was always saying, I don't believe my husband loves me unless he hits me once a week. Well, one day, her husband loved her to death. And we buried her last year.
Brother Malcolm, here we are.
Yes, here we are, Dr. King. You know, I never thought this day would come.
The passing of the Civil Rights Bill. We have come so very far.
You and I were born at this turning point in history. We are witnessing the fulfilling of prophecy.
We are both free and destined. And freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed.
I am for freedom. For a society in which our people are recognized and respected as human beings. And I believe we have the right to resort to any means necessary to bring that about.
My brother, through violence you may murder a hater, but you can't murder hate. Darkness cannot put out darkness, only light can do that. Now, I believe in arming myself, but with knowledge, education, and enlightenment.
We may differ in method, but that does not mean we differ in objective.
True. And if a man hasn't discovered something he will die for, he isn't fit to live.
If I can die, having brought any light, having exposed any meaningful truth that will help destroy the racist cancer that is malignant in the body of America, then all credit is due to Allah. Only the mistakes are mine.
My brother, God does not judge us by the separate incidents of the separate mistakes that we make, but by the total bent of our lives.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Martin.
God bless you too, Brother Malcolm.
Now watch out. You talk to me. Now you're gonna get investigated.
Very good work, gentlemen. Very good work. Class, we will continue next time. You are dismissed. Thank you very much. Yes. Up. Impressive. But Malcolm and Martin have not completely bailed you out, Terrell.
Thanks, Dean.
Don't thank me. This isn't going to be easy. As of right now, you are under a curfew.
Oh, that's cool.
You must maintain a GPA of A- or better. Ain't no problem. And you will be volunteering 20 hours a week at the Thurgood Marshall Rec Center. All right, cool. See, I have a dream to stay in school by any means necessary. Very nice touch, dear.
Dean, personally, I think you made the right decision by keeping Terrell in school than putting him on the streets.
Mr. Hayward, I live for your approval.
Loco.
Get on with it, man.
Say, bro, I know what it's like to grow up in a rough environment. I mean, but just because things are rough doesn't mean we have to be victims of the ghetto. Hey, strong brothers like you need to build up the community, not destroy it. My dad kept me in line. That's the only way I stayed out of trouble.
Man, step off.
Hey, listen to me. If your son doesn't make it through this week, he's going back to the detention center. Is that what you want for him?
I don't need some suit and tie wearing brother to teach me how to be a father to my son.
Well, then teach your son how to be a man, Chief.
Who you think you are, fool? Huh? Punk brother, come around here acting like you all that. I'm taking care of my boy. See what I'm saying? My father wasn't even around for me.
Hands off me, man.
Who you barking at, fool? Man, I could smoke you before you get halfway down the hall. You want to try your luck? Now, who's my boy gonna think the man is?
They just acquitted the officers that beat up Rodney King.
How could they acquit him? I mean, it was on tape. Hard evidence. Yeah, we all saw it. Girl, please. They can beat us, kill us, do whatever they want to do, and get off, just like they always have. We started the Constitution to protect us. When that piece of paper was written, African people in this country were slaves. All of us. We sisters were considered nothing but bed warmers. Well, we have our rights now. I mean, they're not going to deny me I'm an African American. Here, Miss Lambchop. Stop worrying about integrating and being accepted and start thinking about building for yourself, for our people, so that we can provide a future for our children.
Go on, Reverend. Go on.
I can't until she responds.
Well, she means yes.
Well, she's got to say yes.
I will.
Will you?
Blessed are those who ask the questions, brother.
Whitley, I love you, and if you'll have me, I want you to be my wife.
What the hell are you doing?
Hey, I'm sorry, Byron. I love her.
Die! Just die!
Let him go, man. Will you have me, Dwayne, as your lawfully wedded husband from this day forth to having a whole and richer for poorer? Baby, please, please.
I do. Wait, you all heard it? You heard it? She said, and I do.
But to whom?
Well, I'm sorry, Byron. No.
Is anybody getting married here today?
Oh, hey, hold it. Right there. Thank you, Mr. Gaines. Yes, we get married.
Now,
I'm Dwayne.
by the powers vested in me, I now pronounce you man and woman. Get on and do it, boy.
What is going on here?
Hi, Ma.
Hi.